So here's something I want you to know about me. I earned my MCC credential years ago. That's the highest level ICF offers. And if you're watching this course, you might be thinking that's where you want to end up someday. The finish line, the destination. I'm here to tell you it isn't. Just last month, I picked up a book that completely shifted how I think about presence in coaching after all these years. And that's not a failure. That's the point. You see, I share this not to impress you, but to ground you in a truth that matters. The moment I believe I figured coaching out, that's the moment I become less useful to my clients. There's a kind of humility that great coaching requires. Not the fake kind where you pretend you don't know things. The real kind where you genuinely hold space for the possibility that your understanding could deepen. That there's always more. I've trained hundreds of coaches, and here's what I've noticed. The ones who grow into masterful practitioners aren't the ones who think they've arrived after certification. They're the ones who stay curious. They keep reading, they keep questioning, they let new ideas challenge old ones. Let me show you how ICF frames this. The marker reads, engages in ongoing learning and development as a coach, including remaining aware of current coaching best practices and use of technology. Now, I want you to sit with that for a moment. This isn't just about accumulating continuing education credits so you can renew your credential. This is about who you're becoming as a coach continuously. And notice that last phrase about technology. That wasn't there before. We'll come back to that. So what changed in 2025? ICF added explicit language about staying aware of current best practices in technology. And here's why that matters. Coaching doesn't exist in a vacuum. The profession is shifting. Research emerges. New frameworks develop. Tools change how we work with clients. If you freeze your development at the moment you pass your exam, you're not standing still, you're actually falling behind. The world keeps moving. Your clients are navigating challenges that didn't exist 5 years ago, and they need a coach who understands today's landscape, not just yesterday's textbook. Now, what does this actually look like in practice? Some of it is structured, picking up current research, attending workshops, pursuing advanced training. But here's what I think matters even more. Community. Getting into peer coaching groups where you practice with other coaches, finding a supervisor or mentor coach who can see your blind spots. And then there's this piece that gets overlooked, keeping your finger on the pulse of the profession itself. What's happening in the coaching world? What ethical debates are emerging? What's the research saying? But here's my challenge to you. Don't just seek out learning that confirms what you already believe. That's comfortable, but it won't stretch you. Seek perspectives that challenge you. Read the author you disagree with. Attend the workshop on an approach that makes you uncomfortable. That's where growth lives. Let's talk about this technology piece. AI is emerging in coaching. Platforms for scheduling, session notes, even tools that claim to support the coaching process itself. Virtual coaching used to be a novelty, now it's baseline. And here's the distinction I want you to hold. Awareness isn't the same as adoption. You don't have to use every new tool that comes along, but you need to know they exist. You need to understand what your clients might be experiencing, what options are out there, what questions are worth asking. We'll dig deeper into this in the next video, the ethical considerations, the practical implications. For now, just know that putting your head in the sand about technology isn't an option anymore. It's literally part of the competency. Here's the trap I see coaches fall into. They work hard, they study, they pass the exam, they earn the credential, and then they exhale. Finally, done. And I get it. That's exhausting work. but that credential, it opened a door. It didn't put you in the room forever. The coach who stops learning doesn't stay the same. They slowly become less relevant, less connected to what clients are actually facing, less aware of how the field has evolved. Your clients deserve someone who's still in the game, still wrestling with hard questions, still humble enough to say, I learned something new this week. So here's what I want you to take from this. If I ever stop learning, I stop being useful. Period. That credential you're working toward, whether it's ACC, PCC, or someday MCC, it opens doors, but your ongoing development is what keeps them open. This is lifelong work. And honestly, that's what makes it meaningful. Next, we're going to dig deeper into this technology piece, what it actually means for your coaching practice, and the ethical considerations you need to think through.